This video, ladies and gentlemen, is about someone who is the closest I've ever been to having a stalker. This dude is, I think, absolutely obsessed with me. He's made video after video. Like, he has gone through everything that I've ever posted on YouTube, everything, thousands of videos, and he's found tiny little inconsistencies and tried to pick up on them and tried to say, look, I got him. I got this Butterfield prick. I finally nailed him. I think I've brought a whole new meaning to the term living rent-free in someone's head. I must be like a parasite, like a worm living in your brain. You need to calm down, mate. It's not that serious. This world's not that serious, and my channel is certainly not that serious. But anyway, let's dive right into it. Let's check out what this absolute psycho is carrying on about. All right, here it is. Isaac Butterfield versus body positivity from a channel called Data Mail or Data Mail.
Before I get started, I just wanted to make it very clear that I'm not opposed to health or fitness or self-improvement.
This is not an anti-self-improvement video, so I guess he's going to go on to say that I'm all about self-improvement. This is a video intended to highlight how self-improvement can be weaponized by grifters and scam artists. Am I a grifter? Am I a scam artist? Or am I... My channel's not even about self-improvement, you fucking idiot. Like, I know people, you're probably going to say in this video that my book, Betterman, is about self-improvement. No, it's more me just saying, hey, these are the things that happened to me in my younger years, my first third of my life. Maybe you could benefit from reading it. In fact, it's out on audiobook right now. Check it out on Audible. You can go and check it out through my website. It's absolutely everywhere. Every good audiobook store has it. You should check it out immediately.
The 25th of April, 2023, episode 69 of the Whatever podcast was released. From what I can gather about this podcast, because I've never seen a single episode and intend to keep it that way, it was started by this guy,
Congratulations,
Brian,
mate.
as a vehicle to complain about modern women, but then use those same modern women for clickbait thumbnails to increase their channel viewership.
Which he's done very, very well, by the way. He's got a lot of fucking viewers.
This episode was different.
Gorlock. Baby Gorlock. We love Gorlock. What a beautiful person.
This time they were joined by one Ali C. Lopez.
Gorlock.
People immediately took to Twitter and other online avenues to make fun of Ali, her appearance and weight.
Now, Data Mail would never do that. He would never make fun of anyone's appearance because he's a fucking angel. You fucking loser.
Most popular tweet referring to her
How
was
funny you.
Gorlock the
Fuck off.
Destroyer among a group of regular women to highlight her
Why are you talking like this is a true crime? No one has been murdered. You were taking everything way too seriously, dude.
An hour and 42 minutes into the podcast, the girls are asked to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10, and Ali responds with this.
A fat fucking 10.
And yeah, that's where the meme was born.
Okay, we know all about this. What has this got to do with me?
It's a way of validating what you already feel to be true by attacking anyone and anything that doesn't conform. In the case of Ali C, it's about her weight. But this extends to any way in which people don't conform to broader societal expectations.
God, fuck me.
Gender roles, veganism, anything's fair game so long as you don't act in the way that you...
Are you a closet vegan? Is this what this is all about? It must be. He has to be a vegan, all right? And he's from the Netherlands, apparently, as well, according to his about section. So I imagine you're hanging out in Amsterdam, chewing on carrots and riding around on a bike. You are a combination of the worst things in the world. Fuck you, Data Mail. I don't know your name, but I wish I did.
So let's take a look at how this attitude manifests.
Okay, so people made fun of Ali, Gorlock Destroyer, because she was full of shit when she said she was a fat fucking 10. All right, everyone made fun of her. She seems like actually a pretty cool person. We found that out as time went on. But obviously Data Mail is not happy about that people made fun of her because he never makes fun of anyone. He's a very, very nice boy. How does this have anything to do with little old me? G'day, ladies and gentlemen, the Buttsman here.
This is Isaac Butterfield, a YouTuber with over 2 million subscribers.
Yep, big
whose
fucking
content
deal.
I would describe as definitely not woke. Isaac has made many videos reacting to the low-hanging fruit that is body positivity TikTok.
Oh, mate, it's funny, all right? And there's new content every week.
He watches a video of a fat person who doesn't feel the need to lose weight, calls them an ugly fat fuck who's going to kill themselves with food, and rakes in millions of views from his like-minded viewers. Isaac had a field day with Ali's appearance on the Whatever podcast.
Of course I did. Everyone did.
His own video on the meme titled, "Delusional Trans TikTok Star Thinks She's a 10?"
What a title. Sometimes I get the titles fucking right. If you are so delusional that you will go out into the public sphere on the internet and rate yourself a 10 out of 10 when obviously you're less than a 10, All right. You put yourself out there, you open yourself up to public ridicule. Consider this public ridicule.
And Isaac
Fair
likes
enough.
to do this a lot, to act as though he's just saying it like it is, or telling you what you need to hear in order to keep you humble.
I guess I do say it like it is. I guess people use that as like look, he thinks he's so fucking amazing because he says it like it is, but I guess I sort of do. Like, Data Male can live in this fucking fantasy world if he wants to, where no one can make fun of anyone and everyone has to be polite and lovely and just lie to each other about how gorgeous someone is, even though they're fucking 300 pounds. Yeah, and you can do that your entire life. You can lie to people, you can live in that fucking realm, or you can just accept reality and realize that some people are fucking full of shit. Gorlock the Destroyer, full of shit. Absolutely, obviously not a 10. She doesn't believe it at all. She says it for clicks, whatever. She's got very famous from it. I don't know if you want to get famous from something like that or her particular fame, but she has. What I think Data Male is upset about here, and you can sort of hear it in his voice, is he doesn't like that my channel has had views on it. And it gets, decent views. Not crazy, not terrible, just in the middle. But you got to remember, mate, and you're starting out on YouTube, okay? Good luck. You just got to stick with it. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing 3 videos a week for like 7 years, okay? And the reason I have 2 million subscribers is because they've joined over a very long period of time. It wasn't like this overnight thing. It just took a long time. And we've managed to garner a big old audience, a great audience full of awesome people, good motherfuckers, over a very long time. Now, you could probably do that too. Even with your shit content, you could still do it if you just stuck to it. But you've only released, how many videos have you released? You've released 26 videos since 2021. You're not working hard enough, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, this video is brought to you by the great people at Crush Organics. Crush Organics are a fantastic company who I've worked with for a very long time, and they are the purveyors of the finest CBD products known to man, in my humble opinion. Their high-grade CBD products will keep you calm, focused, relaxed, recovered, and in charge. I love their CBD oils, like the peppermint day oil to use through the day. The carver infused night oil is fantastically relaxing. Broad spectrum muscle recovery oil, the platinum oils, and the all new diamond impact oil. They're a brand that has it all. Their gummies, I love their gummies. They're fantastic to have just before you go to bed. Absolutely unbelievable stuff, ladies and gentlemen. They're fantastic products if you want to help with memory and focus and muscle soreness, pain relief, relaxation, calming the CNS, all of that stuff. It's fantastic. Use my code 2025-butter, spelled exactly like that, to get 40% off. That's absolutely amazing. 2025-butter. Thank you very much to Crush for sponsoring this video. And now, back to the video. This is a work of art. Fucking get over yourself. You're all right. You're not that good.
Of course, it only ever serves as an excuse for him to bully people, or again, put them back in their place and appeal to his audience, reaffirm what they already believe, and get success from validating their opinions.
Is it bullying if you're just stating the absolute truth? Sure, it may not be nice, but sometimes the truth isn't very lovely.
They don't have anything to lose by not calling this woman ugly, but they have everything to gain in confirming that what they already believe is correct.
I'm doing what anyone would do if I looked like Gorlock the Destroyer and said I was a fat fucking 10. All right? We're sitting back thinking it's ridiculous and we're commenting on it. I know you think you're this holier than thou individual, but this is just what people do. Okay? We laugh at things that are ridiculous. That's all this is.
It's the same reason he just had to include the trans keyword in the title.
Yeah, because it's a keyword. Fuck yeah. This is how the internet works.
Twice. It doesn't matter that she's trans. It's never mentioned in the video itself.
Of course it matters that she's trans. She's a biological male who's 350 or 500 pounds saying that she's a fat fucking 10. What type of fucking self-control do you need to have to not comment on that? Whatever it is, I don't fucking have it.
And it's ironic to me that Isaac takes such an issue with people defining themselves in a way that he deems wrong or deluded when it comes to a concept as vague as attractiveness, and yet describes himself as a comedian while failing to meet its most basic definition. Last time I checked, a comedian writes their own jokes. They don't just sit in front of a camera and rattle off jokes that other people have written.
Yeah, I'm not doing stand-up when I sit down in front of a camera, am I? I do stand-up when I'm on stage at a comedy show doing stand-up. If you can't, see the difference between what I do when I get on stage and people come and see the show, then that's on you, bro. That's completely on you.
Isaac isn't reading out these jokes to be funny, not that he could be if he tried, but simply to affirm what his audience already thinks. They've clicked on the video to have a laugh at a fat person who's confident at how she looks, and Isaac is there to provide that for them, confirm that how they're feeling is correct, and
I think Data Mail might have a little bit, and this is just a thought, I think he may have a little bit of a thing for the old BBWs, the big, beautiful women. Maybe he has a little bit of a sexy fetish. Maybe he likes to live amongst the fluffy clouds. Maybe he likes to dive deep into the folds of the very women that I make fun of. Maybe that's why he's so upset. And to that, Data Mail, I say this to you. Gross.
And this need for confirmation in what you already believe to be true outweighs everything else Isaac's channel might have a chance at standing for. For instance, not making fun of random people's bodies online. Now, I don't think body shaming works. I think it's cringe, it demonstrates a pretty big lack of self-awareness, and I don't find it particularly useful to encourage a change in people's attitudes. But Isaac and his audience do. And if you're going to dedicate so much of your content and get so many millions of views by tearing down random strangers online,
I disagree.
the least you could do is demonstrate that you actually believe in what you're saying.
By that you mean that I've got a bit of a shit rig? Yeah, I know. That's why I train every day and I try to better myself every single fucking day.
In his effort to save his viewers from the clutches of not being pricks to fat people, Isaac began a new series of workout videos at the start of 2023 in the effort to reintroduce health and fitness to the masses.
Yeah, that was fun. That was Average Man. We started filming that a few years ago now, and it was good fun. I was sort of trying to make it like a podcast / workout thing for people to sort of follow along with. It was right around the time that my wife and I had a baby, and it was hard to get the time to fucking do it. It was expensive to make, and it was also difficult to find guests to train with. Like I'm in Newcastle and there's just not that many people, and I didn't have the time to travel to Sydney and all this type of stuff. And then on top of that, filming everything else. So we didn't really do it for that long. I think we made 5 episodes, 6 episodes maybe at the most. And that's fine. It's the same with the ghost documentaries we used to make. It's just hard to find the time when you've got a young family to go and travel and do that. And they were I think we spent $2,000 an episode on those, on some of them. And those ones didn't really make the money back, I think, on AdSense. So we just couldn't really afford to keep doing them. But anyway, I did genuinely try to help people out with what I've learned, and I'm not a gym expert, but from what I've learned in the gym over the years. So I'll be very interested to see why he's having a crack at me about this.
In 2023, it is my goal to build a cult of men, young and old, to focus on their health and fitness. Get rid of the dad bod and build an average man bod. Sign up today for a free, no hidden anything, I Went Hard at Christmas training program.
Yeah, we gave people training programs. It was just things to do every day in the gym. Push, pull, legs. It was very simple.
And this got me interested. I think it's always good to encourage people to work on themselves.
What is your issue?
Use this platform to help people for once. But there's a small problem. On his website, you can find a copy of the Butterman Fitness Challenge, outlining a program that he wants to inspire his audience to follow. Bear in mind, this movement is specifically designed for average men who likely haven't set foot in a gym before. So how does Isaac intend to introduce these average men to fitness?
Listen, if you've never set foot in a gym before, watch gym videos on YouTube. You'll work it out.
Well, it's a 6-day split, which is already a lot for someone who's never trained before.
Yeah, if you're a fucking pussy.
The least of your concerns. The amount of volume in this program is absurd. Each day has around 9 exercises.
Oh, you a bodybuilder, are you, bro? Yeah, it is probably too much volume, and I was wrong with the amount of volume I put in there. But anyway,
each day has around 9 exercises,
it is what it is.
And each exercise is set at around 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Look at his push day on Wednesday.
Okay, push day. Flies. I still do those now. I do those as a warm-up. Then the dumbbell press, 6 to 8 reps. You could even get that a little bit lower. And then dips, and I'd probably stop there. Probably wouldn't need to do the incline press. Either do incline bench or dumbbell or dips. That's what I'd do there. Military press, or you're doing overhead press, work on the shoulders. Single arm lateral raise, that's fine. French press, maybe. Incline skull crusher and Smith machine press. Wouldn't do that. I just do push downs for the triceps and incline skull crushers, or you do it with a flat bench. Yeah, I was doing too much volume.
312 reps in a single workout.
Well, I mean, if you can't handle 300 reps in a workout, I guess you're a bit of a fucking big old sook, aren't you?
That's more volume than Chris Bumstead, Mr. Olympia, does on his chest days. Are you trying to kill your audience, Isaac?
Jesus, dude, you're looking at these things way too seriously. I'm sick of movements. There's so many movements. Where did you pull that from? Jesus Christ.
This program is as useful as telling someone to just work out, idiot, with no further explanation, which...
Get to the gym, push your body, grow. Yeah, well, just work it fucking out. Like, okay, I'm giving you exercises you can do on these days. That's great. And I probably put too much in. Sorry, dude. Sorry, data mail. Please forgive me.
It really reads as though Isaac stole about 3 different routines from Men's Health and then smashed them together into this complete monstrosity. I'd be a lot more willing to believe that Isaac wanted to help the average man become stronger if he actually made his program for the average man.
What is the average man? Dude, I literally made a plan, a workout plan that, by my own definition and by yours and by other people who criticized it at the time, had too much volume. I agree. Okay? You win. I agree with you. I put too many exercises in for you big fucking sooks. Just cut a couple out and then it's still a very good exercise regime.
But that isn't the case. Rather, it appears that Isaac wants to simply appear interested in fitness and traditional masculinity to lend more strength to his arguments against modernity and fat people and wokeness.
No, I train every day because I enjoy it and I know that it's very, very good for me and I enjoy the struggle. My wife got me into the gym years and years ago. I'd never used to go. I was playing footy, so I just do that type of training with the team and then play on the weekends. And then I got into the gym and I really enjoyed it. I watch and have watched for a very long time people like Jeff Nippard, even back to Scott Herman's fitness, if you remember him. I think that's his name. Will Tennyson, all these type of dudes. I watch these channels and I thoroughly enjoy them. I bought a lot. If you want a really good plan, buy Jeff Nippard's plan. He's got a really good plan. That's why I gave it out for free. It was fucking free.
And I know this for the simple fact that Isaac abandoned his inspirational movement over 7 months ago. As of me recording this in November of 2023, it's been 7 months since Isaac's last workout video, which was uploaded on...
I've had a fucking... What is this from? From 2020? I had a very young child, dude. He was a couple of months old. I was busy. Shit.
It took Isaac 5 episodes over the course of 3 months to give up on inspiring a cult of masculinity and go back to reacting to woke TikToks.
Which I still do. I put up 3 videos a week. Check them out. One who you know or who you enjoy watching their content on the internet actually go into the gym and show what they do.
It sure would be, Isaac. So where the hell are you? At first I thought it was like a paid thing or a subscription service, but Isaac mentions that he wants it to be free so that there are, and I quote, no excuses.
You've caught me, dude. My wife had a baby in April, 2nd April, and I stopped doing that a month later. Can we join the dots and find out why? Can you work it out? Literally just for free, so that people have no excuses.
The official website, which I had to access on the Wayback Machine because the link is currently inaccessible for me.
Because we stopped doing the fucking thing, you fuck.
There is an official Instagram page for this movement that the website links to, but...
Does this guy think he's cracked the fucking Da Vinci Code? Have you worked out who shot JFK? Like, what do you think you've done here? I stopped doing it because I didn't have fucking time.
Yeah, it's dead in the water. And it hasn't been mentioned for over 6 months. It really appears that Isaac, for all intents and purposes, just gave up trying to inspire young men, and honestly, maybe even working out entirely.
How dare you?
Not to worry though, Isaac's still concerned with men's fitness, uploading videos about how weak men are a danger to society.
I agree, they are.
Sure would be nice if we had somebody to inspire those weak men. Maybe a movement tailored towards these average guys to get them into health and fitness. Oh well. But while we're here, what does Isaac actually have to say about these weak men?
Their minds are weaker, but it's also physically. Men today can't bench press, can't squat, can't deadlift as much as the men 30, 40 years ago. And it doesn't mean that you have to be super strong, but it's just interesting to see that massive decrease in strength over a period of time. I think that's very fascinating. That has been proven in studies.
Wouldn't it be ironic if Isaac were to say something like this while wearing merch of himself benching and deadlifting in a ton of his videos, but then never actually show any proof of him being able to do these things in reality?
Deadlift, no good. My back's fucking bullshit. Trap bar deadlift, yes, can. But regular deadlift fucking knocks me out for weeks, so I don't deadlift at all. And I don't think you should either. You shouldn't. Sometimes it's dangerous. Data mail, you should. You should. I hope you throw your fucking back out, you little cuck.
Thank God Isaac is a man of principles who practices what he preaches. Otherwise, it might seem as though Isaac was just pretending to be interested in fitness to make himself seem more credible when he insults fat people and soy boys. He never proves he can do either of these things. But what he can prove is his complete disdain for a lot of female fitness influencers. She does absolutely nothing.
I think I practice what I preach in most senses.
This was uploaded 2 months ago, by the way, well past the point that Isaac abandoned his own movement for men.
No, you're just looking into it too far, dude.
I guess if there's an expert on doing nothing in the gym, it would be Isaac. But I'm sure there's a valid reason he stopped, right?
How dare you?
But I'm sure there's a valid reason he stopped, right? I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that these videos get about 10% of the views his regular content does. That can't be it.
Yeah, but they're different videos. That's okay.
But in any case, Isaac, I get it, right? Sometimes life gets in the way and you have to put your fitness plans on hold. Believe me, I get it. So to motivate you to get back on track, I have a few words from a wise man that I think you'll find quite inspiring.
Get to the gym, push your body, grow, work hard on something. Your life is yours. Don't give up on yourself. For fuck's sake, I cannot stress that enough. Stop giving up on yourself. Don't just sit at home and fucking give up. That's shit. That's fucking shit. That's for the fucking progressive people to fucking carry on with. Give up. Beautiful, beautiful. Well said. Well said, me. Great work, Isaac. Don't accept who you are. Why would you want to do that? Haven't been to the gym in a year? Get off your fat fucking ass and go and do it. I think all of that was fucking spot on.
He would have actually committed himself to this movement that he started, rather than ditching it when it ended up being less popular than the content on his second channel. Ouch.
Ouch? Okay, whatever, man.
Do is uncover the general ideological cowardice behind all of Isaac's content. I think Isaac has realized by now that there's a lot of money to be made by stoking the fears of his anti-woke audience.
It's not about fears of it's just about laughing at fucking, like, Tess Holiday when she came out saying she was anorexic, which is on the screen right now. That is not me trying to stoke fear in people about a giant lady claiming she's anorexic. It's me going, what the fuck? What are you talking about, lady? How are you anorexic? That's the whole crux of it.
A channel is a means by which they can validate their biases and not examine them further, despite Isaac's best efforts to act like he's some censored countercultural.
There's another one here, hunting big cats in outback Australia, a video that I made. It got 121,000 views, which is fine, which goes for 50 minutes. I've only done one since then. You're not talking about that. Have I given up on doing paranormal and investigations? Yeah. I've only done one of those type of videos since then, and it's not because I've given up on trying to inspire paranormal or weird fucking things hiding out in the wilderness. No, it's just because it's hard to find the time. Anyone with kids knows this. It's difficult to find the fucking time, and I like to be around for everything that my son does. My wife and I, we do everything together. We parent together, all that type of stuff. And luckily, I can work from home, which means I don't miss out on anything. It's fantastic. I'm not going to make any more excuses for this shit because I know most of you, particularly the parents out there, will understand what I'm saying. And Data Mal, maybe he doesn't have kids, or not yet anyway. It's hard to have kids if you're sitting in a cuck chair all the time. Isn't that right, Data Mail? People are demanding that I apologise, saying I must be cancelled. So why am I being cancelled this time. As of right now, it seems that I'm being attacked from every corner of the internet. I've been cancelled 3 times. This is what, I bet he's one of these guys that says, oh, you haven't been cancelled. Dude, I've had people message me going, you need to be cancelled. That sounds like cancel culture. I've had companies reach out that I've worked with saying, we can no longer work with you because all these people are saying that we need to stop working with you. Sounds like being cancelled. I've had social media accounts deleted. I had my TikTok deleted because I said men can't have babies. Sounds a little bit like cancel culture. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm sure you're going to go out and say he hasn't been cancelled. And I haven't. But it's the cancel culture. It's this cultural movement trying to remove people who say things that you don't like. That's cancel culture.
Wow, Isaac, I can't believe how brave you are. It's so crazy how victimized you are for simply speaking your truth. How can you still manage to eke out such a humble living when clearly your opinions are so unpopular?
To be fair, the only thing I've really been cancelled over is jokes, not opinions.
The only thing about you that's been cancelled is your gym membership.
Is that a fat joke? Suck my dick, Data Mail.
But again, he has to appeal to his viewers' pre-existing worldview of what a real masculine man looks like.
I would love to see what you look like.
So that they continue to take his videos ripping into fat people seriously. So he pretends to engage in the same standards he holds others to by hanging out with a bodybuilder.
I hung out with him for... Lee's a very nice guy. I hung out with him for an afternoon to film a video.
Not even being particularly strong himself, but just staying in close proximity to someone who is, as if to siphon some of that excess testosterone.
I was training with him, you crazy human.
In a few videos on his channel, Isaac explains that he used to be obese and over the course of a year lost 40 kilos. And he expresses that he wants to use his story as a means of motivating other overweight people to lose weight. And at a face value, this is good.
I've been talking about this when I was probably about, 23-ish. I think I went from 134 kilos down to 94. I lost a lot of weight through the keto diet, through training every single day and committing to it for over a year. And that story has gotten out to hundreds of thousands of people. And some people, I reckon in my last 5 or 6 years, I've had maybe 30 or 40 people, that's a conservative estimate, come up to me and say, I've heard what you did and I did it and I lost weight. That, for me, is a success.
The fact that he lost weight is used simply to lend more credibility to the way he treats fat people online.
I just don't think you should be proud of being fat. That's literally my argument. Okay, it's dangerous, it's not healthy, and you shouldn't be proud of it. You shouldn't rest on that laurel. You shouldn't sit there and say, I am who I am and I'll never change. That is my argument. That's all.
In his video, How I Lost 40 Kilograms in a Year, Isaac makes this claim.
The main reason I'm doing all this and I make these videos isn't because I have a dislike for people who are overweight, not even slightly. What I'm trying to do is make people healthier and live longer.
Agreed. Well done, me.
And this may make sense at face value, especially coming from somebody who did lose 40 kilos. Until you realize something important. Isaac didn't lose weight because somebody bullied him into doing it. He lost weight because he had epilepsy.
Incorrect. I've been trying to lose weight for a long time, and I found a great way to lose weight is the ketogenic diet. I have a weird form of epilepsy. It's not quite epilepsy. It's in the same family. It's a movement thing where my head and my neck go like that, and they get stuck for 10 seconds. Had it for like 10 years, right? I was doing some reading on the interwebs, and I found out that apparently a lot of people with the epilepsy-like issues treat it with a ketogenic diet. At that same time, I was hearing people like Joe Rogan talk about a keto diet. I was hearing people like Gary Taub talk about keto diets. I thought, you know what? If it does help epilepsy, maybe it could help me. As a byproduct of eating like that, I lost some weight and I thought, you know what? Why don't I keep doing this? And I kept doing it for a long time. Then I started training and it became a great way to lose weight.
Wanted to alleviate the symptoms, which he did successfully.
Sort of.
I'm happy for him. Sincerely, I am.
I bet.
But this highlights the central issue with Isaac's approach and how he presents himself with regards to it. That whenever Isaac tries to pass off his tough love or harsh truth approach as motivating people to lose weight, he isn't speaking from some personal experience or what worked for him, but just gesturing towards what his audience reckons will work for these people, regardless of the truth and science which proves the exact opposite.
Hang Among youths with who are at risk for obesity or are overweight, weight-based training was associated with greater weight and fat gain. Oh, so people shouldn't go to the gym. Is this what you're saying? Of course they're going to put weight on if they go to the gym. You got to do some cardio and you need to sort your diet out. Your diet's 80% of the whole thing. Everyone knows that. Well, everyone should know that. And if you don't know that, look it up on YouTube. Go and watch some fitness YouTubers. Don't rely on a fucking comedian. Okay, so that was a 20-minute video. And thankfully, that wasn't the end of it. He followed it up with another video that goes for 25 minutes. This is called Isaac Butterfield, How Not to Be a Better Man. And let's take a look at it.
Yeah, by the time this video goes up, it will have been an entire year since Isaac's last video even mentioning the average man movement. It's well and truly dead by this point, which of course raises a question. What on earth has Isaac been doing with all that extra time? Well, just like last year, it seems that Isaac has taken the energy that he could have put into his fitness movement and instead used it to continue making fun of fat people online.
I make other videos, come on, dude.
That and some new things.
Thank you.
See, Isaac recently announced that he's planning to release a book.
Ah, yes, Betterman. It has been out for quite some time. When did he release this video? 9 months ago. It's been out for about a year. It's now available on audiobook, as I said earlier, and you should check it out. It's very good.
Betterman, described as a manifesto on modern masculinity. Here's how Isaac describes it.
It's not a self-help book. It's not an autobiography. It's a conversation. I agree. It's all about what's going to happen and what I think happens to most young men and how to sort of navigate them, or at least what I did in their first 20 or 30 years, the first third of their life anyway. That's basically how it is. And the reviews I got from it is people really enjoyed it. The best review I think I had was from the publishers when they said to me, it wasn't shit. We were surprised. It wasn't shit. Thanks.
And at face value, there doesn't appear to be anything wrong with this. As cringy as I find masculinity tutorials to be,
it's not a tutorial on masculinity. It's a manifesto on modern masculinity. The reason I used that was because it would piss off people who love manifestos. And by that, I mean people who find themselves on the far left, communist, socialist, these type of people. That's why it was a bit of a fuck you to people like Data Mail.
To be honest, I don't find Isaac to be someone that anyone should listen to, considering he doesn't even listen to his own advice half the time.
Get to the gym, push your body, grow, work hard on something. Right, that's it. I train every day, you fucking idiot. Hang on. Come with me. Okay, there you go. There's the studio, and as you come around here, you can see the gym. I do go to the gym, you big anus. It's just in my studio now. Fuck.
So what I want to do today is simple. I wanted to take some time before Isaac's book comes out to point out what kind of man Isaac is compared to the man he portrays himself as.
Okay, very good. Very exciting. Looking forward to it.
Advocates for compared to all the things Isaac actually does, or more accurately, doesn't do. But first, a couple of disclaimers. First, this video isn't just going to be 20 minutes of me saying, oh, well, you said this thing but did that.
I disagree. I think it absolutely will be. Okay, so he has a crack at me about scientific papers. He says that I didn't provide scientific papers for a claim I made. And then I also said that you should trust scientific papers and you also shouldn't sometimes trust scientific papers. Okay, I agree with what I said. We all know that science can be bought and paid for, so I don't understand your argument. Let's keep going. I'm fucking done with this, honestly. Oh, and then he had a crack at me because of my hand strength, because in the workout videos that I was doing for Average Man, I was wearing Versa grips, which is like improves your grip strength. Basically, it's a bit of leather that you grab onto, and so you don't have to rely on just your grip strength. You can pull with, if say you're doing a row or something, you can pull with your lat, which is the part of the body that you're the exercise is for, not your grip strength. But anyway, so yeah, okay, got me. Well done. That's lovely. And then he argues that because of that, I'm not a real man. That's fine. Don't care. I obviously am very comfortable with being a man. I imagine I could grow a clit and still be more of a man than you, Data Mal. Then he has a crack at me selling sauna blankets as an ad. I sell a lot of ads, get over it.
Let me put this in a timeline so we can see the full picture. So Isaac's video on the second channel introducing his workout plan was uploaded on the 30th of December 2020.
Oh my God, there's a timeline. This is not a true crime, you fucking nutbag. For people who haven't been around for a long time, Blokes Health was something that I developed a couple of years ago, and it was going to be all about just helping men develop their mental health, physical health.
Yep, that's right. Years before the Average Man movement in 2023, even before the Buttsman Fitness Challenge in 2021, Isaac had already abandoned another fitness movement years earlier in 2018. I'm losing my mind. He's done the same thing 3 times.
Yeah. What's your point, bro? I remember I started doing Blokes Health. Fuck, what happened? That was years ago. I guess what this guy doesn't understand is things change. Maybe I didn't want to do it that much. Maybe I didn't enjoy it at that time. Maybe I didn't have the right ideas. That's pretty much the reason behind me not having Blokes Health as this fucking empire as he wanted me to have.
This one also has its own separate YouTube channel and Facebook page, much like the others, but don't get too excited. They're also dead. And that's it.
Dude, I just didn't have fucking time. That's my argument. There's no sinister conspiracy. It's just I didn't have the fucking time, all right? I didn't really care. I cared about it. Like, I thought it was a good idea, and then I was like, fuck, I don't have time for this shit. I'm working on something else. I'm touring. I'm doing this, that, the other, and it took a backward seat, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Data Mail.
His audience never even seems to remember these failed projects either, because Isaac does a good enough job of churning out slop
How dare you?
day that any embarrassing or inconvenient failures can quickly be buried under a mountain of videos bullying fat
I reckon
people.
Data Mail, he's really upset about the fat stuff, isn't he? Oh my God.
And it's ironic, isn't it? That a man whose only consistent trait is a lack of consistency, a lack of dedication, integrity, and any other trait that he said.
I'd just like to point out that this guy describes himself as a video essayist, and he started in 2021. And this is the only videos you've churned out in that time. Like, are you a YouTuber or not? It sounds like it's gotten too hard and you don't try anymore. Like, there's gaps of 4 months between your content. My point is, you might have something else going on, or you might be dealing with something, or you might be working a regular job. Man, I don't have to explain anything I do to anyone. I honestly don't understand what your point is. I started to do some fitness videos, and then life got in the way. That's my response. If you don't like videos that I make, don't watch them. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all that needs to be said. Fuck you to the moon, young Data Male. I hope to learn more about you. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Toodle au revoir. Bye-bye.